The Masked Singer, I'm a Celebrity special. Tonight at 7:30 on ITV and ITV Hub.
Now a look at the headlines where you are. It's the ITV News.
Good evening, I'm Sangeeta, Kandola. 3 sections of the Elizabeth line have now been connected. It means passengers can travel across the capital without having to change stations. The line's 7-day services have also started. Today, the Mayor of London hailed the new tube line a huge success. Anna Geary has the details.
I come from Northern Line, Central Line, so I keep texting her saying, this is amazing.
From Stratford, transport buses and an excited London mayor get on the Elizabeth line, making the 19-minute journey to Paddington. This is the first Sunday that the line is operating, and it's the first time passengers coming from Reading in the west as well as Shenfield in the east do not have to change to get into central London.
If they want to come to the shops, to the theatre, to restaurants, they can come really speedily, but also it improves connectivity, it reduces journey times, it makes our city more accessible to those in the south of our country.
The Elizabeth line was named in honour of the late Queen. She opened the service back in May. The project cost almost £19 billion.
It's only 9 or 10 minutes to get from Liverpool Street to Paddington, and of course now you can go from Canary Wharf to straight to places like Bond Street, get your Christmas shopping. Bond Street opened a couple of weeks ago, and of course you can get the train straight from Heathrow Airport through Paddington now and get down to Canary Wharf in 45 minutes, and that's a phenomenal reduction in journey time for people travelling from the airport.
Passengers landing at Heathrow Airport can reach destinations including Farringdon in around 40 minutes. But the full timetable will take effect next year.
So since we opened the central section in May, we've seen over 30 million passengers use the Central Railway, which is phenomenal. And in May next year, we'll see a slight increase again with 24 trains per hour and the ability to go direct from Heathrow to Shenfield or Shenfield to Reading.
Moves to bring commuters back into the capital in its post-COVID recovery. Meanwhile, bosses are encouraging Londoners to use the Elizabeth line this week and say it will not be affected by Thursday's tube strike. Anna Geary, ITV News.
A yellow weather warning is in place for large areas of the south-east because of heavy rain and potential flooding. Overnight and for much of the day, parts of London, including Muswell Hill, Richmond and Brent, have seen flooding after heavy downpours. Earlier, Dagenham Heathway tube station temporarily closed due to heavy rain. Well, the Met Office is warning persistent heavy rain could lead to flooding of homes and businesses and affect public transport. An investigation has been launched into the cause of a fire which gutted a shop in Loughton in Essex. Fire crews were called to the 3-storey building in Church Hill, which includes the crystallised hair salon, at around 11:30 p.m. last night. Well, neighbouring flats were evacuated as firefighters tackled the blaze. There were no reports of any injuries. Brentford striker Ivan Toney says he is assisting the Football Association with their inquiries. It's after a national newspaper reported he was allegedly being investigated for gambling on football. Well, players are banned by the FA from betting on the sport. It's claimed the 26-year-old is being investigated for historical bets made before he joined the Premier League club. OK, now time for a look at the sports news.
Zero Accounting Software sponsors ITV Regional Sports Report.
Well, in the Premier League, Arsenal returned to the top of the Premier League table today. A goal from Gabriel in the 62nd minute secured the Gunners a win against Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. The game ended 1-0. And in other matches today, Crystal Palace beat West Ham 2-1 at the Hammers' home ground, giving the Eagles their first Premier League away win of the season. And this afternoon, Tottenham played Liverpool. Mohamed Salah scored 2 goals in the first half, getting Liverpool off to a steady start. They ended the match 2-1 to the Reds. Well, as I said, it's been yet another wet and windy day. What does tomorrow have in store? Here's Helen with the forecast.
Feels like home, whatever the weather. Valent Boilers and Heat Pumps sponsors ITV London Weekend Weather.
Hello again, a very good evening to you. What a real mishmash of weather coming up. A lot of that of the soggy variety yet again, with some breezy, gusty conditions thrown in for good measure. But at least for now, temperatures for this point in the year are pretty generous, so mild air coming in. But notice the bulk of the action really over the next 24 hours. An active front overnight tomorrow night, bringing plenty of rain, strong winds and some hefty beefy showers really before that and after. But bit by bit, they'll become fewer and further between as the week wears on. And also notice the effect of that southwesterly airflow, of course, helping our temperatures along quite a bit. So we're hovering around the mid-teen mark, but actually we may well get to 16 or 17 degrees later in the week. Out there at the moment, still a fair few showers skirting the region, but actually something calmer and quieter for the time being. A clearer spell, yes, but as we track towards tomorrow morning, the cloud thickens up. Again, those showers make a return, and you notice the size of the wind arrows ever increasing as well. So temperatures similar to last night, maybe just down a notch, but not feeling especially clever come Monday morning when again that cloud sits overhead. Very limited brightness really throughout the day and showers coming through from time to time. So most of those generally light and drizzly in nature, but a couple could be on the more moderate side later in the afternoon, and just the room for a hint of brightness, as I say, but don't get too optimistic about that. Highs already of 15, 16 degrees though, so doing well, and we'll continue to build on those really as we track through Wednesday and Thursday. Tuesday, still a fair few showers around, yes, but some decent brightness between, and actually the driest, brightest day come Wednesday.
Valent sponsors ITV London Weekend Weather.
And finally, the new series of I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here returns tonight. Well, this year's campmates, including ITV News London's very own Charlene White, will be skydiving into the jungle and completing a challenge involving creepy critters. It all starts tonight at 9 p.m. right here on ITV. Well, that's my evening sorted. That is all from us tonight. We're back on air tomorrow with updates in Good Morning Britain. Until then, do enjoy the rest of your evening. Bye-bye.
What are your superpowers?